Welcome to my backyard. It is nice to incorporate a fence in your yard, but if you don't have a fence, and even if you do have a fence, which most fences, are pretty boring, it's nice to put some large shrubs in front of them to buffer that fence and to create a nice barrier between you and your neighbors. And that way, they will have absolutely nothing to complain about, especially when you are not mowing your backyard for No Mow May. So continuing down my nice shrub border here, some red twig dogwood, there's some Joe Pye weed, there's a nice Magnolia virginiana, some spice bush in the corner back here, there's some hibiscus coming up here, which are going to get quite tall and start to buffer the shed here. There's some ribes here, some pawpaw in the back. Of course, arborvitae. Please don't plant arborvitae in a straight, boring line. There's tons of plants you can put in that would give you fruit, fall color, flowers, some diversity. There's an elderberry here. This is an old Osage orange. If you have an old Osage orange, you most likely were in a farm field. They planted them in windrows, so there was most likely a windrow here way back in the day, and they planted Osage orange, and this is definitely one that's left. If you look to the ground here, there is some carex, sedges that I put in. I really like putting sedges in. I like to replace my whole yard with sedges. So that's Grayei, Rosea, Radiata. And as we come further over, I have a blue spruce that is dying. I like to leave some dead trees. I'm going to remove this dead tree, but I like to leave some dead wood for especially birds. If you're a birder, leaving a dead branch on a tree is a great place for birds to land and actually observe them. Is a nice thing to do. And then working into some Juniperus horizontalis, which definitely doesn't belong here. I basically just dumped a little bit of sand on top of the ground and planted some Juniperus horizontalis. Definitely not full sun here. It's doing okay. Not super happy. And behind, I have a really nice American chestnut. So I planted a nice American chestnut here. This blue beech died back here from cicadas last year, unfortunately. But again, it's not, there's other things buffering and filling in so that if something does die, you have something else that's going to replace it in a very short period of time. And so behind there is a magnolia, and front here is a juneberry, some filbert, a nice good-sized redbud there, a catalpa that came up on its own, and then we kind of just work our way through a swale on this side of the yard and more larger mid-sized trees and large shrubs to create that nice buffer from your neighbors.